I want to be your Valentine. I want to be your Valentine. Do you want to be my Valentine? Do you want to be my Valentine? I want to be your Valentine. Do you want to be my Valentine? Hi friends, and welcome to Mr. Stanley at Home. This is our Valentine's episode. Valentine's Day is always on February 14th, and it's one of my favorite holidays because it's a holiday celebrating love. It's a holiday where people are kind to each other. It's a holiday where people are generous and helpful, and they do loving things for the people that they love and care about. So today, we're going to be making a Valentine card that you can give to somebody that you love and care about. And you're going to be able to make it with things that you find in your home. So it should be hopefully a pretty easy thing for you to create. We're here today in my studio where I teach, where I like to sing, and where I make things. I'm glad you're here with me again today. The song we started with was called Will You Be My Valentine? And it's a song that I wrote. It's called a piggyback song, which means that I made up the words to it and I used somebody else's tune. The notes that I sang it to were from an old song called On Top of Ole Smokey. It's a fun song and you might know it. So let me show you how to make a fun, hopefully maybe easy Valentine card for somebody that you love and care about. So you're going to need to get some things from your home, gather some things, and you're going to need to get your permission from your grown-up. Make sure you have your grown-up's permission to make this card, and your grown-up can help you. I like it when grown-ups work with children and work together to make a project that's kind of fun. So this is a card we're going to make, and it's made out of torn pieces of paper, and you're going to need to get some magazines or newspapers or catalogs to come in the mail. Those are good things to find paper in. And you're also going to need maybe some tape, some Scotch tape. I also have a glue stick. I like these Crayola Elmer's glue sticks, washable glue sticks. They're purple and you can see where the glue is. You're also going to need any kind of paper. I have some plain white paper. And I think that's it. Oh, and also some markers. You need some markers. Some markers. I'm going to be using a red marker for some writing. So I have a red marker that I'll be doing some writing with. So you have your marker, you have your glue, you have your tape, you have some magazines for paper, you have some plain white paper. And let me show you some samples. This is a small version I made. I just took a piece of paper and folded in half. And these cards are kind of fun because they say, I love you to pieces, because we're going to be using pieces of torn paper on it. So that's a small one. This is a bigger one that I made. And it's just tearing pieces of paper and gluing them in the shape of a heart. So the first thing you need to do is tear out some pages of magazines that are different colors. They don't have to be full pages, so I found this blue piece here, and I found a piece that's kind of some purple color on here, and maybe some pink. You find colors that you like. And the first thing I'm going to do with those papers is I'm going to tear strips. And bigger is easier. Smaller you may be able to make a neater looking picture. I'm just going to tear down strips of paper. And this makes your finger strong so you can be a good writer. I'm just tearing down. Oh, that's a small piece, that's okay. Just tear down. I found some good green on the back of this one too. Might be color on both sides, but you're going to tear the paper. And I'm going to take that paper and I'm going to tear it into even smaller pieces. Even smaller pieces. Little smaller pieces. Just take that paper and tear it into smaller pieces so you have a bunch of small pieces of paper that you can use to make your Valentine's card for somebody you care about and love. I'm going to do this little orange piece here to add some more orange to my... So ahead of time, before you even do anything else, I just tore a bunch of different colored pieces of paper and put them in a little container. So I have all different kinds of colors in here. It's already torn. And for the next part, you might want to get your grown-ups help. I'm taking my piece of paper. It's the shape of a rectangle. I know it's a rectangle because it has 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. 2 sides are short and they're straight. 2 sides are long and they're straight. And it looks like a door. If I turn it this way, it looks like a window. I'm going to work in this direction where it looks like a door. This is a rectangle. Now you might take your rectangle if you want to make a smaller card and fold it in half, make the corners touch. Your grown-up can help you do this. You can practice doing it. It's good to do. And you're going to crease it on the side. And then you get the smaller card like I did for this one here. This is a smaller card. I like the bigger card better because then you have more room. So what I did for the bigger card, and I already did this, I took 2 pieces of paper and I taped them together so I can fold them in half like a book. I taped them on both sides. And your grown-up can help you do that. So I have like a book, and I'm going to close it now. And I'm going to put it up here. I'm just going to put a little bit of tape at the top so it'll stay in place. Tape that near the top. Like this. And did I tell you the fun thing we're going to write in this card? We're going to write, I love you to pieces. Isn't that funny? Because we're using little pieces of paper to make a heart. Isn't that fun? So I've taped my 2 pieces of paper together to make a card. So it opens up kind of like a book. And I'm going to write my words first. I wrote, I love you to pieces. Isn't that fun? So I'm just going to write my words at the top. I love my marker. This is not the best marker. Let me see. Oh, I have a better red marker in here. Let's try this one. That was loud, wasn't it? Okay. Let's see. That's much better. I love you. On the bottom, I'm going to write 2 pieces. You can have your grown-up help you do the writing, or you can write it by yourself. So I wrote the words, and now I'm going to draw a big heart shape. And a heart shape is kind of like a letter M shape maybe, or an upside down letter J shape. And I'm going to draw a bigger heart shape. The bigger your heart shape is, the easier it's going to be to fill it in with paper. So I'm done with my mark. I'm going to put the cap on, make it snap so that it doesn't fall off. And now I'm going to take my glue stick. I'm going to twist it up a little bit. And I'm going to just go around the perimeter, the outside of the heart, on the inside. Put some glue there. And I'm going to start putting different colors of paper around that perimeter, around that heart shape. So there's a little bit of orange, there's a little bit of pink, maybe a little bit of blue. I'm going to keep going around. And it's okay if they touch each other. It's okay if it's not perfect, because this is going to be your own original piece of art. Let me see, here's a little bit of green down here. Some green on there. Let's see, here's a different color. Now, here's a lighter color blue. I'll put some light blue here. I'm going to keep going around. Just putting glue on. Going around the perimeter. Here's a little bit of red. I like mixing up the colors so it looks kind of different. And it's okay, I kind of like it if the paper has words on it because that makes it look kind of interesting. There's one with some writing on it. Here's a little kind of burgundy color. You see how I'm going around that perimeter to fill in my heart with torn pieces of paper? Because remember the joke on our card here. It says, I love you 2 pieces. Isn't that funny? That's so silly. Put a little more here on the bottom. And a little another blue piece here. You're going to keep going around to fill up the heart. So I'm going to put this one up here now because I started this one. So I'll put this one up. This one I've finished going around the perimeter. The perimeter is the outside of the shape. Can you say perimeter? What's the beginning sound for perimeter? Pa, pa. You hear it? So we're going to finish putting different colors around the perimeter. I'm going to take this down just so it shows better on the video maybe. And now I'm going to fill the middle. So I'm going to just take my glue stick and put some glue. It's okay if I get it on the papers I've already put down and kind of overlap it. It's cool. And I'm going to keep putting paper to fill this all in. Fill it in. It's kind of cool if you put different colors next to other colors. You can make your heart all the same color if you want to. That's okay. This is your heart. This is your card you're making for somebody you love and care about. And you're going to keep putting glue on. Fill that in. And keep putting colors on to fill in. Keep getting your torn pieces of paper. Don't have any burgundy in this one yet. Put some burgundy in there. Friends, the kind of art we're doing, this is called a collage. A collage is when you glue paper on top of other paper. And we're doing torn paper for this collage. It's a torn paper heart collage. Torn paper heart collage. And I'm going to keep putting more. Oh, here's some of that cool green that I found in on the back of that one page. Keep putting more paper in here. You can tear the paper too more. If it's too big for you and you want a smaller piece, go ahead and tear it. Tear it some more. Here's a little piece of pink paper. I'll put that in there. Let's see. Oh, here's some nice dark piece of purple with some writing on it. I'll put that in there. I have one more little space here I want to fill in. Just one more little space. And let's put a little bit of, maybe some red. Here's a little piece of red with some writing on it, so I'll put that in there. Awesome. And now my card is finished. I have done a torn paper collage heart for a Valentine's card. And I wrote the funny words. I love the message on this. I love you 2 pieces, because we use I knew that was going to happen. I dropped my paper all over the floor. Oh well, that happens sometimes. So today we learned how to make a torn paper heart collage to make a Valentine's card for somebody you love and care about. Friends, on the inside you can write your message. On this one that I finished, I open it up and the message says, made this card for my mom. Dear Mom, happy Valentine's Day. Love, Mr. Stanley. I'm so glad that you joined me today at Mr. Stanley at Home. We started with the song, Will You Be My Valentine? A piggyback song that I wrote using the tune on top of Ole Smokey. And we learned how to make a Valentine's card made out of torn paper, glue, tape, a marker, and the paper came from magazines. Make sure you get your grown-ups permission to make this project. I can't wait to see the Valentine's cards you make for your friends and family. If you make a card, take a picture of it and send it to me, either on Seesaw or Instagram. I'd love to see your work. And have a great Valentine's Day, and thank you for coming and joining me again at Mr. Stanley at Home.